Action. Hi guys, welcome to my first video. My name is Zack Oaklock. As you can see, we are playing some Space Engineers.
Hey, Oak.
Yes, Bambi.
Did you say Zack Oaklock?
Yeah, it is Zack Oaklock. And the chime is my cock.
The what? What? What the hell?
Anyways, it has been a very long day. I spent the last 12 hours trying to get my files to save, and I was recording in a codec that was not supported by Premiere Elements or whatever kind of error I was running into. So long story short, the fix is just to start all over again. So here we are. In the last video that no one will ever see, I went and got this business shipment, spaceship, for size comparison to the Hel and the Vulture. Oh man, I can't remember what that ship's called. And I got this military transport. When I went after the military transport, I was going over a couple things. Number one, as I approached it, the missiles started firing at me. And if I was not in creative mode, that or the Gatling guns on the interior would probably have ended my life. In which case I would have just spawned in the little noob ship that you get upon returning to the universe. Now, as we get in here, aha! Really? That's where one of them is? That's so weird. Okay. I'll put up a little splash screen like I was trying to before. Basically, military ships and I think the private sale. They are NPC ships that can go through your world just kind of randomly. They usually stay about, I don't know, maybe a kilometer or two away at the closest I've seen so far. And they'll be booby-trapped. The way that they booby-trap things, which was kind of, I don't know, it felt really smart to me, was they will face an engine. The engine is facing forward, so the exhaust is supposed to slow you down. And all the ships that come through the system have their initial dampers off. So they're basically just cruising through. Everything's on low power, nothing's really being spent or anything like that. Yep. This is where I get lost in this stupid ship. So the booby traps have this engine that as soon as you hit S, or as soon as you hit Z to turn on your inertial dampers, you will actually activate this engine that's facing forward to slow down the ship. And that will fire into a warhead. That warhead can be several places. There was one here with the large reactor. I was trying to find it earlier. It appears that because they've redone the ships... Wait a minute. Where's my tool? Where's my tool? No, that's just a ramp, okay. You can find them stashed along in the ships. Sometimes they're easy to spot and sometimes they're not. The easiest one to discover is the mine carrier, the military mine layer. You go into the back hatch of that ship and you can literally use your grinder and dig through the mines, or dig through the warheads and deactivate them as you go. And as soon as you get back into the back section of the ship, there are a couple ramps. You just grind through those babies and you discover, oh, there's a reverse engine, the warhead, which is what killed me that one time, or whatever your situation may be. This ship has 3, I want to say, or had 3 before. They just redid a lot of the basic ships today. Today? Yeah, it's still today. Not tomorrow. Alright. Let's see. I can't find the bridge, but whatever. was going to show you some of the damage that the mounted weapons actually did in the game here. But I'm going to ignore that for now. I have a previous copy of this Hel Carrier on the Steam Workshop if people are interested. Just to get a sense of the scope or whatnot. It's about 300 meters long, as you can see. Which, building this thing to full scale would be awesome. However, I might as well build it as a station because moving something that big would be ridiculous. It would be 4,000, 4 kilometers and change, or basically 4.25 kilometers of gigantic ship you'd have to move. This ship is actually about 30 million kilograms. And I've got engines dotted all over this baby. As you can see in the front, I had to stash some, even though there aren't any on the Eve Hel Carrier in the front. It's an artistic choice, basically, or there's technology that maybe that in Eve that don't apply or aren't shown here in this game. Anyway, in any case, I had to make do by stashing as many little boosters and rockets and thrusters throughout the whole thing. As you can see, I've got the ones along the back where you would normally find them. But I have to say this game is pretty freaking awesome. Now, I was actually thinking about this whole project. Stupid door. I was thinking about this whole project and talking with a friend of mine, San Lucas. That's actually his ship out there right now. This is a previous version to the one he's actually working on right now. And he actually has a Saber class ship as well. Now, anyone who's been playing Eve will know that I'm using the wrong notifications or whatnot for things. However, I just haven't played enough of the game. I enjoyed it, but I just haven't played enough to know all of the correct terms and whatnot. This was just a test to see if the energy goes past the rotors, and it does not. Oops. We'll try and get a look at the Saber next time, and we'll see most likely a more updated version of this ship as well. Looks pretty awesome. And I think that will be it. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and it'll get sent to you. And honestly, this is not the only game that I plan on recording in. It just so happens that today was the day that I felt like actually going through with all of this that I've been thinking about for the last year and a half and actually making a video for the first time. And this game is just so fun. So I have other games, very interesting ideas, I think, for gameplay, which I will try to include as many people as I can in the multiplaying and whatnot. And I think that is it. So from the front, from space, I will say, I will wave goodbye. Or I will freeze my game trying to wave goodbye. Wait, there we go. Bye-bye. Wait, I'll turn myself.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye! There. Bye-bye. That's cool. San Lucas found that out right after we were done recording the last one.
Yeah.
Alright. Bye, guys, and I will see you next time, to be continued.